Okay, so thanks very much for listening, and this is question 3, 2014, paper 1, ordinary level. As always, I suggest you pause this video, have a go at the question, and then come back for any sections you couldn't do, or just to get clarification on any point. So part A, part 1 here is worth 10 marks. Okay, it's C scale, so there's 1, 0, 3, 7, 10. I'm got an equation with an equal sign. Okay, so algebra is up and running. And first step, like all steps, you're going to look for the attempt, which is 3 marks. Remove brackets. Okay, you have done. So 2 times 4, so go to the answer. 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, 2 times minus 3x is minus 6x. 12 doesn't change. Okay, 7x, I'm not doing that to that. Removing the brackets, minus 5 times 2x is minus 10x. And minus 5 times minus 7 is plus 35. Minus by minus is plus. Next step, I'm going to add whatever I can. Okay, so I'm adding the 8 and the 12 here to get 20. The minus 6x, there's no x's on the left hand side, so I'll leave that as is. 7x minus 10x is minus 3x. And there's no numbers on the right hand side, so it's 35 stays as it is. And now I want to simplify and suppose solve for x. I want to bring x all to one side and bring numbers all to one side. So in this case, I've chosen to bring the minus 6x across to the right. It was subtracting on the left, it's added on the right. At the same time, I brought the plus 25 across to the left. So it was added on the right, it becomes subtracted on the left. And I have 2 small calculations to do here. 20 take away 35 is negative 15. Minus 3x plus 6x, or the way of saying it is 6x minus 3x, is 3x. So 3 times some number equals negative 15. What number would satisfy that? Now it's going to be minus 5, but let's use algebra to figure that out. And then here, okay, I brought the 3 across, so the 3 was multiplying on the right. When it comes across to the left, it becomes divided. What's the answer to minus 15 divided by 3? The answer is minus 5. Job done. Okay, so 10 marks. Now you're asked in part 2 to verify that answer. Now I've seen before a student, an exceptionally bright student, and for even something like this probably, he could guess what the x value was. Now he could do calculations very fast and said maybe this one maybe is a bit beyond his ability. But he'd take algebra, or he actually didn't take algebra in, and he was able to guess, which got him through all first year. But once it came to a certain point, the questions got too hard. He got frustrated that he couldn't do it any other way because he'd ignored the rules of algebra, and he started getting things wrong. Things went downhill for him. If he'd accepted that algebra works, okay, he could have kept going. Now, what we're doing here is we're basically taking the answer we know, subbing it in, and seeing does it work. Okay, now we're just not guessing it. We know it's the answer, we're just proving it. So if I put minus 5 into the left and into the right, you should end up with a situation that left hand side equals right hand side. I've done it there. Brackets 4, take away 3. I should have closed off those brackets. Okay, that's right. Okay, sorry, a mathematical mistake there on my part. Anyway, once you've filled it in on the page, okay, I would use the calculator. Okay, now the calculator would create an error there if that had been in a real calculation. But in a sense, you're showing the work and go straight to the answer using the calculator. If I didn't show this step and just did it and showed 50 equals 50, I'd probably only get the 2 marks. Besides the correct answer, no work shown. I'd have to check the marks exactly to be sure, but even let's say perhaps I had made a mistake, okay, and got a different answer, okay. If they can see the mistake you've made in the calculation written down, they'll penalise it appropriately. It might only be a 1 mark reduction. Anyway, how I did it, I got 50 equals 50, so left hand side does equal right hand side, so the value of minus 5 worked. Now you can find the value of minus 5 if we had guessed. We start out with 0. Does 1 work? Minus 1 work. Does 2 work? Minus 2 work. And we would eventually get minus 5, but we would have had to do 10, 1, 11 calculations to get there. Okay, and that's not efficient. Okay, so we're now coming on to, okay, it's the simulation equations they're telling you. Okay, now without doing anything here, that's linear. That's a circle. Okay, I know this is linear because the highest power is the power of 1 on the x. I could rearrange it and find out the slope. Okay, well, y equals mx plus c. This is a circle. I know that because the x and y are both squared. Okay, this circle has origin 0, 0, or center 0, 0, so it's the origin, and the radius is 5. Okay, so again, that's the circle detail coming in, and the linear modeling or coordinate geometry coming in. Okay, what I'm trying to do here is classic question. I'm trying to see, does this line touch the circle? Once only, it's a tangent. Twice, it's a chord. Okay. And I'm trying to find out what x and y are. Okay. Now, I can't use the elimination method because there's squares and squares. Okay. I'm going to have to do the substitution method. So I'm going to rearrange this top equation, the easy equation, for x or y. I'm not sure what I did in the notes here. And then sub in that rearranged equation into the bottom equation. And it should calculate out. What I'm trying to do is, the reason is, with this equation here, I can't solve it because I have two unknowns. The bottom equation, I can't solve because I have two unknowns. By rearranging the top one, okay, even if it was for x is equal to 7 minus y, okay, I now have a way of saying x. So if I put that into my x, so replace it, so I get 7 minus y all to be squared plus y squared equals 25. There's no x's left. So I have this equation of one unknown which can be solved. Let's go ahead and look at the answer. Okay, so I've done it, actually done it the same way. So I put x equals 7 minus y in place. So this is my substituted equation. You can see here, there's no x's. It's an equation of one unknown. Now to solve it, I need to expand this 7 minus y, which is the same thing as 7 minus y by itself. So I've done that work over here. Okay, I end up with this particular answer, and I've brought it back in. Okay, and that's it, just substituted in here. Now I can go ahead, okay, and try solve my single variable equation. I'm adding the y squared here, so you get 2y squared minus 14y plus 24 equals 0. So I brought the 25 across, done some addition. So I've done a lot of work there in one go, and just have a look at yourself to make sure you understand what I've done. I could keep going like this, but if you see that 2, 14, and 24 are all divisible by 2, I can make life easier for myself by dividing across by 2. Okay, so I end up with y squared minus 7y plus 12 equals nothing. Okay, so literally I divided 2 into 2 goes once, 2 into 14 to minus 14 goes minus 7 times, 2 into 24 goes 12 times, 2 into 0 goes 0 times. I now solve this using the fast method. Okay, I'm basically going, looking here for two numbers that will multiply to give plus 12, but will add to give minus 7. Okay, now without messing too long, that they're going to be minus 4 times minus 3. Minus by minus is plus, 4 3s is 12, minus 4 plus minus 3, okay, minus 4 minus 3 is minus 7. So that's how I found my two numbers. Could use the minus b formula, but it's not necessary. Okay, this is faster. And I can work out then that my the value of my two factors are y minus 4 equals 0, so therefore y equals 4, or y minus 3 equals 0, therefore y equals 3. Now, how I've done that, the maths behind it is, if you have two terms multiplied together to give 0, one of them must be 0. Okay, now one of them are both, and that's why you can say that y minus 4 equals 0, or y minus 3 equals 0, and end up with the value of your factors. Okay, now I now know this line, or the line x plus y equals 7, crosses the circle x squared plus y squared is 25 twice. This therefore is not a tangent. Now that's not this question, we're just asked to actually apply the method. But you could very easily have a circle question where that's what you have to do. Now I'm going to take my y values and put them back into my easy equation. I could do my hard equation, but why make work for myself? So I'm taking the y equals 4 value first, putting it in. I end up with x equals 3. Put my second value of y in over here. Okay, y equals 3. And I get x equal to 4. So my 2 points are 3, 4 and 4, 3. If I drew that, okay, you get your circles, center 0, 0, radius 5, so something, something, something. 3 on the x, 4 on the y is here. Okay, 4 on the x, 3 on the y is somewhere here. Okay, and you draw your line. Okay, it's supposed to be a straight line. Okay, so it crosses twice. It's not a tangent. Now that diagram's not to scale. It's not pretty, but you get the idea. Okay, this is part B. So thanks very much. Okay, and I'll stop that now and have a go again and make sure you understand what I'm doing. Simulation method is very commonly asked and something you need to be very, very au fait with. Same thing with factorization, and it's even use of the minus b formula, which, as I see here in question 4, we'll be doing very, very, very soon. Thank you, and have a nice evening.